Welcome back, everyone. I have two videos to show you which appear to look like ballot counting fraud. These are both from the Philadelphia ballot counting location. These videos are spreading everywhere. I want to share with you what's going on here, give you my interpretation of what I believe is happening. Also, I'm going to show you some of the comments of individuals as they're watching these videos and what they're thinking about them, so you stay as informed as possible. Let's look at video number one. In this video, we see four different individuals it's going to play through. We have one individual over here who's reading something to this individual, and she's making marks. And this individual seems to be reading something, and he's making marks. Now, clearly, they're filling in circles there. These are ballots. They're actually putting votes on these pieces of paper. There's no doubt about that. And we see some of the individuals' comments here. What the heck is happening here? Surely looks like they're filling in the ballots. They are filling in the ballots. Voter fraud, come on, people. And then we have this person. They are doing their jobs and filling in circles darker. This is all standard protocol. Learn how democracy works. Well, they are filling in ballots. I can tell you right now, they're not making the circles darker. That is not what they are doing. That's not a protocol when it comes to counting ballots. But there is a protocol when it comes to individuals doing this sort of thing. Before I tell you what it is, let me show you the next video. Here we go again. We have an individual here on the right who is looking at some sort of a ballot, and an individual on the left who is filling in circles. Sort of the same setup as we saw in the previous video, but these are two different individuals. And you can see the comments on the right there. This is just insane. All of these people need to go to jail. How authentic is this video? What's the penalty for election fraud? So what is going on here? Well, I can tell you what's not happening. They're not making the circles darker. That is not what's going on. Clearly, you can see there are no circles here, and this individual is actually making circles. So anyone who tells you that they're making the circles darker is lying to you. You can show them this video. This person is making new circles there. So what is likely happening? Well, in the United States of America, everyone has the right to vote. Unfortunately, there are many people who are overseas. Those individuals who are overseas do have an option to file their votes electronically, at which point there is a count that must occur, and they print off those votes, and then they have one person read off the votes of that individual and another person actually fill out the ballot for them. At least this is what the standard statement is for this type of activity. Of course, none of us are experts in this. Many of us are seeing this for the first time, as if we ever really knew that this went on. So here's the real problem with these videos, what's going on here, and it ties in with the entire process of voting that occurred this year. We have separated the person from the voting process too much, and there's not enough oversight to make sure that everything was done correctly. This is what I mean. In a normal year, most people when they vote will go to their voting location in person. They will walk up to an individual and verify that they are who they are, usually by their signature. I always show my ID. You don't have to, but it's what I do. I encourage you to do it as well because I think people should do that. After they verify who you are, you take your ballot, you walk into a secured area, you fill it out, and nobody touches your ballot after that. You bring it over to the machine, you put it into the machine, and you are done. This year, people are being removed so much that we need a lot more oversight, but the oversight is missing. Where are the individuals here who are the poll watchers? I'll flip over to this video. Who is watching to make sure that this happens? Could any one of these individuals be filling in things incorrectly? There are thousands of individuals who are involved in this process, and without the oversight required, there could be fraud or corruption going on all over the place with miscounts in the tens, if not hundreds of thousands. It's very possible. In my opinion, this isn't fraud, but it completely lacks the oversight that is necessary to make sure that this is done correctly. And that is the issue. And that's the issue Donald Trump has had from the beginning. With over 100 million mail-in ballots, the system is not in place to handle that correctly. We should never have done it that way. We opened ourselves up in multiple areas for things to creep in that cause wrong counts. What we should have done was opened up a longer period of early voting for individuals to go in person, as that is the best way to do it. And then we should have also made it easier for individuals to file for an absentee ballot, not just to send out millions of ballots unsolicited to many people. That was the wrong direction to go. We don't see the oversight that should have been in place in this election, and we're probably seeing miscounts all over the place that could lead to states being called for one individual when they should actually be called for another individual. I hope this clears things up in these videos. This is not blatant fraud, but it does still, in my opinion, lack the oversight that is necessary, especially for this election year and this election process.